Since this is going to be my first parade, the parade doesn't start till 7. Let's actually go ahead and walk my own parade right now and talk a little bit about your forecast as we go into the overnight hours. Temperatures tonight, so your body's going to sweat to cool you down again, but here's the problem. The atmosphere is like, I can't take any more moisture. No, sir, you got to go back. This is not what we like to see for our area, though. You see these reds here? This on the scale is about 2 to 3 inches of rainfall, possibly 3 inches plus. And that doesn't account for also some of the heavier downpours that we could see. And this is still a very powerful hurricane with 110 mile per hour sustained winds. Right now, a category 2 storm. So here's where the trailer is now. This is where the trailer was. Right now, we've got high pressure part to our north. That's allowing that northeasterly flow to filter in. And we get a cold air damming setup out of that. Basically mean you get that northeasterly flow crashing up against the mountains. That cool air kind of sits there and sinks. And you get this warm and moist air overriding it. And we just kind of get a cold rain. I know it's a holiday weekend. I know people want to be outside. It's the first few days of 2022. And yeah, it just lands on the weekend here. But we just need to monitor this flooding concern. We do need to clear those storm drains. Now, out ahead of all this, you also have warm, moist air that's rising into the thunderstorm out ahead of the outflow boundary here. And that warm, moist air is basically cooling and condensing as it rises into the storm. Those rain chances aren't staying away. Look off to our west. We've got a lot of moisture pushing through the Tennessee and Kentucky Valley there, and that moisture is just going to continue to stream closer and closer to our region as we go into the evening. The earth casts two different shadows, the umbra shadow, which is the darker one, and then the penumbra shadow, which is the lighter one. So now let's bring that moon back, baby. Let's bring it back in the picture. I know the moon's important, so let's bring it back in. So the moon will cross into the penumbra shadow at 1:02 in the morning. That's when this whole process begins. You might go to school, you might go to work in the morning like, oh, this is going to be a dreary day. You might even be at work like, oh, this is disgusting. I want to go home and take a nap. But then you leave the work or school tomorrow, it's going to be sunny and dry. Our pressure is in control, so we have a sunny Sunday on this fun day. So go out and play. Enjoy the nice weather here today. Oh, wow, it's pretty good. 79 degrees right now, and we'll be sunny as we go throughout the 6 o'clock hour. Then 7 o'clock, comfortable. We're going to be dry, and we're going to be staying mostly clear. It's kind of hard to see, too, with it being at night and with the heavy downpours in this storm. I would not be shocked if there was a tornado on the ground there just north of Soldier and Route 60 there. It would be really hard to see. This is where the fire is right here. Notice popping up on the radar because the radar beams are picking up on the reflectivity, and then you have the smoke plume that is just stretching right along I-76 there. And again, this is where the smoke is just spreading east from the fire. What are some of the lightning procedures when it comes down to laying these games?
Well, if it's within 10 miles.
We're just talking about my jug of water. Dude, this thing is extremely warm. I had it ice cold earlier today, and like an hour and a half I've been out here, and this is completely warm. You definitely need a jacket tonight, folks. Temperatures, man, I'm telling you, they've been struggling to get out of the upper 20s and low 30s today. We're at 31 degrees right now in Charleston, 29 in Parkersburg. You go towards Athens, Ohio, 29 degrees there as well. So it is definitely chilly. You want to bundle up and cover up everything that you possibly can, your hands, your head, things like that, like the toboggan and stuff like that for sure, because it's kind of just a wintry night across the area. Now, if you're not happy with this, we do stay cold tomorrow, but notice we do gradually warm back up. By Saturday, we could touch 70 degrees in some spots, so what a wacky weather pattern we're in. And then by Sunday, we cool down, but next week, we're back in the 50s and possibly the 60s. So we're just in a weather pattern that has just kind of been a roller coaster ride, and it continues into this week and even next week as well. Now, we got to get through this evening and tonight first before we even start to talk about a warm-up. Yeah, we've got some light snow showers we're watching in the forecast that is going to push in as we go late into tonight and early tomorrow morning, which could lead to a few slick spots. From about 7 p.m. to, I'd say, about 3 in the morning, though, we should be mainly dry. It's not until early tomorrow morning we start to see those light snowflakes develop across the area. So here's a look at your radar and satellite again. You look at this, you can see the system, all the clouds. You look a little bit further west there across our southern midwestern states here. You actually see a few snowflakes there. I've been talking about this too. It's Virga. In the mid and upper levels, you have the snow that the radar beam's picking up on, but there's so much dry air at the surface that the snow's not quite reaching the ground. Now, it might be reaching the ground now. We have seen this Virga going on for quite some time, so we've probably moistened up up the atmosphere quite a bit here, and this will eventually shift off to the east and push into our tri-state area and across the region as we go into tonight and early tomorrow morning. So how much snow are we talking about here? Again, not trying to disappoint you, but this does not look like a very impressive system. Matter of fact, it's very disorganized. It just really didn't start the way it needed to start for us to see a whole lot of snow potential out of this. So across the Kanawha Valley here, trace amounts, maybe some snow on rooftops tomorrow, maybe on your cars. You might have to scrape the car off, start the car a little bit early tomorrow, especially with it being cold anyway. So just some things to keep in mind. We probably will see some pretty slick bridges and overpasses too here across the Kanawha Valley. Now, southeastern Ohio, as you get closer to the Scioto Valley, as you get towards Jackson County, Ohio, Athens County, Ohio there, a dusting of snow, maybe across the grassy areas there. Some secondary roads, some of those higher spots definitely could see some issues in regards to some snow slick roads. Now further south as you get towards the coal fields, even northeastern Kentucky like Pike County there, again southern coal fields, Logan County, Mingo County, you guys could see a coating to maybe up to an inch of snowfall. It does look like across our southern counties in West Virginia and our southern northeastern Kentucky counties could see more of a band setup that could drop a little bit more snow here. So again, here's your futurecast tonight. You can see just light snowfall pushing into the area tonight. It might even take a while before the snow reaches the ground. This will be very light here, and most of us will be sleeping when this happens. Now, when you wake up in the morning, you're watching Brandon Stover, again, we might see a few light snowflakes across the Kanawha Valley, and then across the coal fields there, we could see a moderate to heavier band line up here early tomorrow morning. And then notice this thing's out of here, and it is out of here quickly. By tomorrow afternoon, we're going to be talking about sunshine and being dry. Again, we will deal with some slick roads in the morning, very patchy, and again, some bridges and overpasses could be very slick, so that's something to keep in mind with that light snow we'll see in the morning. But look into the afternoon though, more sunshine and we're dry. Low 40s tomorrow, a little bit warmer tomorrow afternoon as well, and then we'll gradually warm up. 50 and dry by Thursday for the Christmas parade here in Charleston. Then by Friday and Saturday we get unsettled again, but we get warm. Temperatures in the 60s and possibly 70 by Saturday.